Hey Leo, this is Mama TPG with One Love, One Light Tarot. Welcome to your energy reading. I'm going to use the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit to get us started. And I'd really like to actually read the descriptions in the book by Kim Kranz. She did a beautiful job of really bringing to life those attributes or energies of the various animals in the cards. And I just feel like it gives you the exact insight and no need for me to paraphrase, right? So let's see what we have. Let's get a few shuffles for these. Oops. For Leo. Spirit, what do we have for Leo? What energies are we talking about here? And we have the moth. So you could be dealing with the air sign, but I have the feeling this is you. Anything else, Spirit, for Leo? And we have the starfish, which is water. Could be dealing with a water sign. Again, I feel like this is you. All right, let's see what it has to say. And I apologize, the cards are not numbered or in alphabetical order, so it's a little bit difficult to find sometimes. Okay, moth. Impulsive, hasty, wishful. The moth is sure the grass is greener on the other side. Moth energy is at play when we're attracted to easy solutions or anything shiny and new. This can lead to unfinished projects, disappointment, or burnout. It's helpful to remind moth personalities that life is complex. No matter the illusion, no one is exempt from the trials and tribulations of this great journey. Practicing life as an infinite mystery rather than wishing it was easier or different. Very interesting. Okay, so what do we have for starfish? Starfish, beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. The starfish is a natural and exquisite beauty, mesmerizing to all. Being around someone with starfish energy is a thrill, like you've been put under a spell of divinity itself. The problem is, these creatures have been reliant on how they look and what other people think of them for so long that they may have forgotten their deeper callings. When this card appears, it's important to ask, am I being swayed by outward appearances? What dreams have I put aside to please others? Well, okay, so we're talking about, um, you know, feeling like what's the easier way around something, or, the grass is always greener on the other side. And it's also about, you know, am I being fulfilled? Am I doing what I want to do, what I love, what makes me feel good inside, or is it what helps somebody around me? Because there's nothing wrong with helping people around you, but if you're not fulfilled, you're not doing it for yourself, right? And so, I feel like there's an air of there's this feeling of kind of discontentment that you're not aware that's driving you right now. I mean, that's just the feeling I'm getting. So let's see what the cards say. What is the current situation for Leo? Spirit, what's the current situation for Leo? And we have the Chariot. What's the challenge for Leo? We have the Nine of Cups. I can't make up this stuff. What is the advice from Spirit? The Devil. and the outcome. The Two of Wands. All right. Okay, so the Chariot. This is your current energy or current situation, if you will. So you are chomping at the bit. You're feeling like an internal, like ready to just run, right? You have that feeling like you need to go, and you don't even quite know where you're going to go, but you're feeling like maybe I could trust that. Maybe I can. I'm going, and I'm going to get my victory here. And there's nothing wrong with this. If you're being guided spiritually, could be that you're dealing with a Cancer, but let's see what the challenge is here. So the challenge here, well, let's talk about what the Nine of Cups is, and then let's look at it from the challenge perspective. The Nine of Cups is all about independence and fulfillment and wish fulfillment, and really feeling that it's not just wish fulfillment, it's that fulfillment, feeling fulfilled, like I talked about with the starfish. And so it's true fulfillment, not what you think others would, want for you, but what you deep down really, what really fills you with love inside. And this is also about, truly loving yourself and understanding all the good and bad parts of yourself. Okay, so this being in the challenge position, you're not fulfilled. You're trying to find this, but you're looking outside of yourself. Okay, you're thinking that somewhere else is the better place, or another job is where you'll find it, or the next relationship, or the next person, or my family, they're going to give me this, and you don't have it inside. So the moth is always thinking it's something outside of themselves that brings them fulfillment, or where they're at is not good enough. The starfish is more about appearing as though they have this, and not necessarily feeling it inside, because it's not a bad thing. It's the programming, and this is the advice from spirit. It's the programming, that negative talk, that what you want isn't important, and the conditioning that you're not pretty enough, or you're not rich enough, or you're not skinny enough, or whatever it is. And then you go after those things. Okay, let me get rich enough. Let me get skinny enough. Let me get pretty enough. Let me get smart enough. Let me get this. And it's not coming from within you. This is that negative, that devil on your shoulder that's saying that you're not worth that, and you are. So the Two of Wands, it can represent all kinds of things, but for me in this situation, I feel like it's, especially the way it's colored, so vibrantly and everything. It's like saying a whole new world is going to open up to you when you start really looking at what would fulfill you, what does light that fire inside of you, what do you want? And you have to try to look at it from your perspective only in this situation. I know there's all kinds of times where it's like, well, you got to see things from other people's perspective, or you need to see it from the higher perspective. In this situation, you need to be seeing, you need to figure out what you want, what floats your boat, what makes you feel that fulfilled, what fills you up, makes you overflow, right? But let's get a little clarification here. I'm already 10 minutes in, but I feel like this is something, this is very distinctly a Leo thing. Not to say other signs don't have this, but it's like, wow, let's break this down. Let's finally get to this, because I feel like a lot of Leos struggle with this. Okay, and they don't show that to other people, and it's okay. You're not the only one. Let me shuffle one more time. These cards to clarify. Spirit, why is the Chariot here for Leo? And we have Justice. Okay, so it may be that you're going after justice, and it's really about balancing that, right? This is justice, balance, but this is about recognizing everything that you have. You have everything, and not looking at, do I have enough money? Does the right person love me? Am I smart enough? Do I have the strength to do this, right? And you do, right? You do. Balance those thoughts in a sense. The justice is all about scales, right? So I feel like there's a definite need for balancing before you move forward. Okay, balance. Get clear on where you're going. Get clear. Why is the Nine of Cups here for Leo? And we get the Six of Swords. And this is all about moving on to calmer waters, okay? And it's also about enduring seasons in your life. So I feel like this being clarifying the Nine of Cups, this is about recognizing that you need to calm your mind, not allow your thoughts to run away with you and fool you into these kind of wild goose chases for fulfillment, well, if I can just get through this month, and then we're going to go do this, and then everything's going to be great. Or if I could just get through, you know, this at work, then so and so is going to leave, and then I'm going to feel okay. Or if I could just get through, the winter, because it's just the weather is making me feel down. It's just, there's always something, right? And so I feel like that is your challenge, is recognizing fulfillment right now. All right, why is the Devil here for Leo? And we have the Five of Cups, emotional loss. Okay, so somewhere along the line, there was some healing that needed to take place that didn't happen. And I feel like that was the door for the Devil to build his little perch on your shoulder. Some type of something in the past really you never healed or dealt with it. And it could have been not an isolated incident. It could have been, kind of a repeating pattern that you saw even, in your teenage years. I feel like that's a good place to start for a lot of us. So there could have been repeating patterns where you were feeling hurt, and it may have happened over and over, and you never healed from that. And that's what kind of left the door open for this negative pattern to start happening. Never quite getting where you wanted to be. Always feeling like, okay, I'm on the right track now, but that part of you not being healed has left you not knowing what will fulfill you, what you really want. Why is the Two of Wands here for Leo? I'm sorry, this video is getting so long. And we have the Five of Swords, conflict, and defeat. So the Five of Swords is all about that mental conflict, that feeling defeated before you even get started, that feeling that, you know, to put it into words, it's like it's something where you're telling yourself not to get your hopes up. Okay? And that's what's got to stop. Yes, get your hopes up. And guess what? You may be disappointed sometimes, but more often you're going to be surprised and fulfilled. Get your hopes up. Figure out what is going to light you up and go for it. And you're going to have disappointments still, but you're already in a state of disappointment quite often. So why not have that disappointment, those times to learn towards what you really want and not towards what others think you should want or what you think that the world believes you should want or should feel or should look like or should attain. Okay? Sorry, I feel like this is almost like preaching, but it's resonating with me as well, and I don't even think I have any Leo in my chart, but this is resonating for me as well. What guidance do we have, Spirit, for Leo? And we get vibration. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels. You are connected to cosmic intelligence. And I feel like raising your vibration, these thoughts can't exist, right? It's like this emotional loss and conflict. It's not that that you can't experience them, but you're going to see things in such a better light, because at least you're on the path. You still will have emotional loss. You still will have conflict, but at least you're on the path towards what you really desire, what you really wish for. So then it makes sense, right? Does it make sense to be experiencing all this on a path to where you don't know where you're going? All right, any other guidance? Patience. Be patient and allow destiny to unfold at its own pace. Don't rush things. Once you are clear on what will really bring you happiness, and that's what you start working towards, patience won't be an issue, because you will enjoy the ride much, much more. All right. Those are the messages that came through for you, Leo. This may not resonate for everyone, but I do feel like that was a really solid, strong message that came through for you. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. And remember that the universe has your back, and so do I. Take care.